Hi everyone, welcome back to the weekly astrology and pick a card reading. This is going to be for the 5th of October through to the 11th of October 2020. So we're in October now, guys, and this month, well, it's 2 full moons this month, which that's actually called a blue moon when you have 2 full moons in a month. And we've already had the first one, which I spoke about recently in my last reading. That was on the 1st of October. This next one's coming up at the very end of this month, though, and I'll talk about it obviously on that week, but it's going to be a full moon in Taurus conjunct with Uranus, so that's going to be very interesting energy. But for this week, lots of interesting things happening. Pluto is direct as of yesterday, or today, I can't remember now, but just recently, just the last 24 hours or so, Pluto, the ruler of Scorpio, has started to move direct, so that is very good news if you've got strong Scorpio in your chart. If you're a Scorpio sun, moon or rising, you might start to feel a little bit of sass coming back, a bit of energy coming back. You know, it's been a little bit difficult for a lot of people, especially if you've got, you know, Aries or Scorpio with Mars retrograde. That's been kind of taking some of the energy out of things a little bit. It's been much more of an internal, inward time, but with Pluto going direct, I feel this is, you know, it's always, as for myself, a Scorpio rising, I always notice it when Pluto goes direct. I start to feel the difference. And Pluto's about transformation. So it's like an energy of kind of, it feels like a release valve kind of being released, and you can just start to move forward in a way that feels more empowering to you. So it's quite a strong, positive energy. Pluto can be kind of a bit in the background because it is more of a hidden energy, you know, with Pluto being the ruler of Scorpio, but it is about empowerment. So you might be feeling like, okay, I want to get empowered in my life now, and really start focusing on that kind of energy as Pluto starts to, you know, move direct. Last week, of course, we had Saturn going direct, so, and we have Jupiter direct. So this, you know, we still have a couple of things retrograde, like Uranus and Neptune are still retrograde, as is Mars, but it is good to have these other planets moving direct now, so that's great. Other stuff going on this week. Venus is in Virgo as of the 3rd of October. I mentioned it last week, I'm pretty sure. I hope I did. Venus, maybe I did. Oh gosh, maybe I forgot that. I don't know. I cannot remember now, but Venus in Virgo really gives us a feeling of wanting to focus on the details of our work and health, and focus on, you know, what is healthy, what feels healthy, getting those details right, looking at diet, exercise, routine, making sure you're prioritizing your work, your routine, your health, you know, all the things that make up your routine, whether it's your daily routine or your working life, whatever it is. And Venus in Virgo can also bring more attention to, if you have pets, your pets, because the Virgo energy does rule small animals. So there could be more attention on animals if you have them, cats and dogs and small pets, as I said. What else have we got this week? The Sun square Jupiter on the weekend, so that energy can have us feeling, this is obviously next weekend, so around the 10th and the 11th, feeling a little bit more lazy, or a little bit kind of like just taking it easy. It would be a good weekend, actually, this coming weekend, to do something nice for yourself with the Sun square Jupiter and Venus trine Uranus in earthy signs. On the weekend coming up, you may want to do something that you've been putting off, or maybe not so much putting off, but kind of like wanting to do, like something that's enjoyable, something that gives you a feeling of a bit of freedom, a bit of enjoyment. You know, it could be a very simple thing, but it just might be enjoyable for you. Excuse me, just drink some water. Yeah, so also the Sun square Jupiter, just be careful of taking on too much, or, you know, taking on something that, say you wanted to go, I mean, in Australia it's getting hot now. I'm thinking of actually going to the beach soon. I can't wait, actually, to get in that salty water. And so if you're thinking, say, as an example, going to the beach, maybe instead of going to one that's really far away and it takes the whole day, go to one that's a little bit closer and, you know, is a bit more quiet or something like that. Because with Sun square Jupiter, we can be like, oh yeah, let's do this. And then you're like, damn, I exhausted myself doing all that. Like, I should have just kept it a bit more simple. Also be careful with Sun square Jupiter of next weekend of taking on something that maybe seems good on the surface, but you may need to research it a little bit more. That could be involving other people or collaborating with others, okay? All right, so I'm going to do the live shuffle, which I love to do, for the elements. So as always, or if you haven't watched my channel before, you pick the element. So it's going to be water, air, fire, or earth based on your sun or rising sign, or you can choose both. So I'm going to start with water this week. So this is going to be for the Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancerians. Okay, this is the Wisdom Oracle, Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reid. Haven't used that one for a while. The other deck I've got is Eternal Crystal Oracle and the Gaian Tarot. Might have used that recently, I cannot remember. Water signs, what have you guys got? Ooh, Orphaned. This reminds me of the Five of Pentacles. Kind of a sad energy, to be honest. All right, let's see what else you guys, water signs, have got. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, heart chakra, nature. So something about feeling a bit sad. You may be feeling like you're missing out on something to do with matters of the heart that, you know, you want. There could be to do with a relationship here for sure. I'm feeling that with the heart chakra here. A bit of sadness in regards to somebody. You know, for some of the water signs, you may be wanting to be with somebody, but you can't at this time. Ten of Fire. Ooh, there can be like karmic energy, feeling burdened by life in some way, feeling burdened by a situation. Let's look at the Astro dice for the water signs and see what you guys have got. The North Node, interesting. So the North Node is about destiny and moving forward in your life in some way. And you may feel blocked because of all this energy. This is definitely focusing on relationships so far. Third house, communications. So there may be communications actually happening this week that are interesting in Sagittarius. So wow, okay. So the third house with Sagittarius and the North Node could be several different things. This is what those things cover. There's a lot of things here. So first of all, the North Node talks about destiny. It talks about your future. It talks about feeling very compelled to move forward with something. The third house is the mind as well, and it's short trips and running errands and that sort of thing. So it could be that you're quite busy this week, or that you've got a lot to look out for or do. I am seeing online something, so you may be actually doing stuff online a lot this week, or sending a lot of emails, a lot of correspondence back and forth with people. Could be work related, could be other things. But your mind is very, very activated at this time, water signs. So you're really thinking about stuff. You're really thinking about relationships and matters of the heart. Something is burdening you here with regards to a relationship. It says orphaned here, so you may feel that you just feel something. There's a woman, she's sitting there alone on top of that tree. It's actually a nest, which is interesting. That is really interesting that's come up, because for some people you may feel, if you're not in a relationship at this moment, or if you are in a relationship that doesn't feel right, you may be feeling a bit lost, or a bit like something doesn't feel right for you in some way here, okay? And there is a sadness connected to heart matters. The last part with the Astro dice was Sagittarius. So the Sagittarius energy, I feel it's interesting because Sagittarius is the opposite house to the third house. So we have two opposing energies have come up here. So I really feel the advice is asking you to get into your more philosophical mindset and to think about things in a more spiritual way for yourself. So if something's not happening right now that you want to happen in your life, water signs, thinking of it in a different way, like, okay, well, if there's nothing you can do about it right now, just knowing that, you know, that it's a time to have faith in life, because that's what Sagittarius is about. It's about having faith and realizing that you will take action. You'll be able to take action when the time is right. Okay, you may not be able to take action now, but try not to overburden yourself with too much thinking this week. That's what I'm getting with that, or too much obsessing about a situation with that Ten of Fire, the Ten of Wands. Okay, there could actually be something literally speaking about a fire. Not for everybody, obviously. For some people, maybe in your area or something like that, because that's I take that energy or I feel that energy very, very literally. So again, that could just be for one or two people watching. So don't panic because I've said that, but it could just be something happening in your area. It might not even affect you directly, but you may just know about it. Healing of the heart and trying not to overthink, but being more philosophical about, you know, your fears and worries about your life. You may be feeling a little bit alone or a little bit out in the cold in some way, water signs. All right, so let's go to the air signs next. This is going to be for Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. So what are the messages for Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra? To the sea, spending time alone. Interesting. Some more introspective energy. Okay, let's look at the tarot card for the air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Alright, which one is it? It doesn't want to come out. There we go. Flying card. Oh gosh, the death card. Wow, that's pretty intense. Okay, so some people get, you know, like a bit freaked out when they see the death card. There's no need. The death card symbolizes Scorpio energy. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, or you could be dealing with an ending this week. It does kind of go very strongly. Look at this. This is really intriguing, you guys. We have this person on a boat, okay, and then we have the boat. It's like hit the shore. Something's coming to an end for the air signs this week. That's very strong energy with the death card. And look at that. It's like, you know, you're already feeling it. It could be to do with, for some people, a relationship, because we have 7 here, the 7th house. And, you know, there is a feeling of a bit of sadness here. There is a feeling of like feeling a bit lonely, or a bit, this one's flicking out. Love. See, it's about relationships. Yeah. All right. So look, again, I say these are general readings. If you want a personal reading, go to the link below, because they are very general, and it's not always going to apply to every person watching. But there is a very strong energy here for the air signs about an ending of some kind in a relationship. Maybe if it's not like literally an ending, it might be that you just feel differently towards a situation that you've been connected to, in regards to a person where just nothing's happening, and you just feel like, you know, nothing's happening here. I don't know what to do. It's kind of stuck, or I've just got to let go for now. You know, it can be something like that. And there is definitely a sadness with that, but some kind of transformation needs to take place. So it's not all negative. So I don't want you to think that, because we do have the love card that comes up. So there's definitely a transformation that's coming up here that's to do with love. And there is actually a really beautiful sense of hope with this card that I personally feel. And look, as I said, because I'm reading generally for people, it's going to vary and be different for everybody. And, you know, just take what makes sense to you with what I'm saying. But I do feel an energy of wanting to spend more time in introspection a little bit over relationships, really thinking about what it is that you actually really want. And definitely healing some heart issues or some long-standing problems that play themselves out in your life in some way, whether it's relationship patterns or otherwise. Let's see what the Astro Dice have. Libra. I love it when the Astro Dice or the cards echo the elements. So this is for air signs, so Libra's come up, and Libra is also about, you know, relationships and soulmates, relating. You know, it's definitely an energy focused on relationships, so that's interesting. So we have Libra there. Let's see what else. The 9th house. So the 9th house is to do with, you know, faith and feeling a sense of, whoops, sorry, I'm trying to focus that in the camera, I'll get it the right angle. A sense of faith, you know, where you have faith in life, and this is asking you to trust that everything's going to be working out the way it's meant to. You know, the 9th house is a philosophical house. It's a very optimistic energy as well. So even though you have this heaviness of with the death card and some kind of energy of endings, or feeling like something has ended, or having to accept that something's just not moving forward at this time, the Sagittarius energy of the 9th house, the Jupiter house, is saying, similar to this card, you know, have faith, because there is something positive on the horizon. You can't see it yet. You can't see it right now though. And the moon, yeah, so you may be feeling a bit emotional, a bit sensitive at this time. And for the air signs, you may experience, some of the air signs may experience something culminating on the next full moon, which is October 31st, which is a full moon in Taurus. So that's interesting. Yeah, so for Geminis, that would be your 12th house. So yeah, there might be in particular for the Geminis some kind of ending in relationships, so, but Libra does come up as well. I'm just thinking more of that full moon. That would be in Gemini's 12th house. That's at the end of this month though. This is for this week, but there's definitely some energy that's kind of around and hovering around at this time, and maybe even more than just this week, of something, you're trying to wrap something up. You're trying to sort of wrap up a cycle, because the death card isn't just like, you know, something small. It's something very significant that's happening. But I do feel a sense of refreshment here, and there is this feeling of like, I mean, look at these 2 hearts. There's like true love energy coming through to me here. So there could be like a new relationship on the horizon, but something has to be completed first, air signs. That's what I'm getting. So again, that may not resonate for every single person, but you know, there may be a couple of things there. All right, so fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag. What's happening for the fire signs this week? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Clean it up. Okay, it's number 3. Interesting. Let's see what else. feel like it's to do with your energy and purifying your energy in some way. I'm getting like not letting your vibration get, you know, sort of pulled down. Elder of Earth. There could be someone in spirit around you who is trying to help you with something, fire signs. A deceased loved one I'm getting. A female. Fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sag. This one's poking up. Honesty. Well, that's very Sagittarius and very Leo too. Heart and third eye chakra. Wow. Okay, so healing of the heart again. I think the heart's come up 3 times for all signs this week. So there's definitely some very interesting healing energy in relationships in regards to heart matters, you know, relating with others, people around you. Let's see what the Astro Dice say. We have Gemini and 7. Well, that's interesting because for Sagittarius, this is your opposite house. So there's some special message here for Sagittarius with Gemini in the 7th house. Something could be coming up about another person that, it could be someone that you've recently met. For some people, the moon comes up. You're feeling very much a soul connection with someone that relates with the heart chakra. But what I'm getting for the fire signs, you're going through some kind of process where for some people, you're literally like decluttering your life in some way. You could be like throwing out old things with this card, letting go of old things. It's a 3, which could be like mental clutter as well, or psychological issues that you're kind of releasing. You do have someone in spirit helping you out this week. So, you know, that could be a grandparent, a grandmother, a mother figure, a maternal figure, an aunt, or someone that you know, an older female that has passed. Again, these messages are not for everybody because it's a general reading, but that's what I'm picking up on here. Now, I am getting the letter P for somebody out there. So there could be someone that has passed on with the letter P, female, older person that you know of. Okay, so that could just literally be for one person that just popped through. Sometimes spirit will find their way to get a message through, you know. So there could be just someone that needs to hear that there's someone female with a P name in spirit just making themselves known. Seraphonite, honesty, yep. So healing of the heart, and also as you do that, you're going to open up your intuition a lot more, and that's something that is also happening for the fire signs. You're learning to trust your instinct a lot more at this time, and as you declutter your life, you'll find that you'll be able to hear and listen to your intuition in a much more powerful way. All right, so lastly, the earth signs. So myself, Taurus, whoops, mending, and Taurus and Virgo and Capricorn. Okay, earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, not Capricorn, Capricorn this week. What have you guys got? 6 of Fire. That's a good card. 6 of Wands. Wow, I love that. Okay, very nice. Success card, victory. Whoops. And Carnelian, self-confidence, root and sacral chakra. Wow. And look at this, very red energy here. So so far I'm getting, there's a lot of messages here, but I'm getting something about doing something physical, earth signs this week, like exercise, to boost your vitality, boost your energy, and to feel more grounded and also connected to your abundance. If there's an issue with a person, earth signs, that you've had a problem with recently, could be a female, could be a family member, could be, you know, if you're a parent and you have a child, it could be someone connected to your child through marriage, like, you know, like what do you call it? An in-law. I think that's what they say. Yeah, in-laws or something like that. For other people, this could be something to do with a child, working on, you know, if you're a parent, again, a relationship with a child, if it's been a bit troubled lately. Someone's child needs to do more exercise. I'm seeing like getting out more because they may be frustrated if they're stuck inside, especially if where you live there are still restrictions with COVID. This could be just for 1 or 2 people. If you have a child that's climbing the walls literally, or gaming too much, or feeling irritated, this child needs to exercise and feel grounded to the earth with the root chakra. They may just want to sit on the grass outside, or just get outside, breathe some fresh air, and just enjoy the outdoors more. Not to say that they haven't been doing that, but it's like they need it more if they haven't had that enough. Other messages are for the earth signs. You may be hearing from someone this week where there was a bit of a disconnect, and this is a positive energy of, you know, reconciliation, reconnecting, having fun, having, you know, sort of re-establishing a connection, and there's a strength with it as well. Sun, wow, 4th house. So spending more time with loved ones, okay, because the Sun and 4th house is soul connections, family, or people that feel like family, soul tribe. Let's see what else you guys have. Sun and 4th house, and Gemini. So you may know a Gemini, you may have a friend that's a Gemini. sign of Gemini comes up in relation to the earth signs. It can also be more communication this week for you guys in regards to family matters, because we have Gemini 4th house and sun. So more communication with regards to family, children, doing things at home, doing fun things at home, because Gemini is a very light energy. It's a fun sort of energy, or a sign that likes to have variety and diversity. So there's definitely a need to break out of boredom this week, I'm feeling, if there's been a sense of either being too stuck in the routine or just not having enough enjoyment of life. It's like finding a way to incorporate more fun for the earth signs this week, because I don't know if, a lot of earth signs have probably been working very hard, because the earth signs are generally pretty hard workers. Alright guys, so that was the reading for this week. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to book a private reading, just go to the links below, and I'll talk to you guys next week. Thank you, bye.